Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with those what do you call these? Ticket or label stamps. We recently had a play around with some embossing powder and we cut away the text from the the outer of the stamp to be able to make stamps that are kind of two colour a bit more easily than if you're trying to make them two colour, but they're still one stamp. So I thought, let's come along and see what else we could make with the stamps. So I've got just literally like, some scrap here of some of my food coloured paper. And I've got also a whole bunch of other bits and pieces to use. And I thought, let's have a play around and kind of see what else we can kind of do with these. So I might start by, again, just kind of stamping maybe one or two of these ones that we used last time, just to be able to kind of show you how it's going to look if you're using it with coloured, paper or card or whatever, instead of your, your coffee dyed coloured card. Sorry, for some reason that was just a mouthful for me. So I'm just going to see whether I want to have this use some of the embossing powder or not. So I'm just having a look to see. Ooh, that's going to look really cool with the red, isn't it? So let's take, again, the texty part of the stamp that we cut out. And I might just do two of these whilst I'm doing it. So let's just pull that in. Oh, I'm going to come unstuck here, I've just realised, because what I should have done, of course, was done my frame first, because then, I can see that I've definitely got rim. Because this is a very small sliver, this, piece of paper, I might not end up having enough rim to actually put my whole ticket. Oh, I'm going to have to be super careful now. There we go. So, and in fact, I'm just going to as well put this here. I don't know whether I've got room to do a third ticket, if you see what I mean. But if I don't, I can just use this texty portion as, as something else. So let's take now the, the frame type part, and we will get our Versamark ink. Okay. Now again, my, clear block is not clear anymore. It did start out clear. So I'm going to place it here like this, without the clear block, just so as I can see where it goes, and then press the clear block down so as I make sure I get it, where I want it to go. And then I'm just going to fill in, again, like we did in the last video, with my embossing pen. So this embossing pen, I think this is a Tim Holtz thing. And again, I got it, I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon, which is where I seem to get everything these days. I will double check in a second after I've just filled this in. So hold on a second. Yeah, it's by Ranger. So, if you're looking for those pens, that's where I got that. It's just quite a handy thing to have. I haven't used it very much. I've got to be truthful. I've only used it literally a couple of times. But, I mean, it is quite handy. I mean, for something like this, it's really handy. Right, now, thought this might happen. So I've got a lot of red now picked up on my blue. Let's get rid of that because I don't want to now have red all over here. Okay. Come on. Okay. Oh, I cannot see very well to be doing this. For me, I'm doing this the same day that I did the last one. But yeah, for you guys, it will obviously be going up on a separate day. Right, so again, I haven't made a brilliant job of filling that in, but that's fine. So let me just heat emboss this. And I do apologise that my heat tool is not in view. It's behind my desk and I just haven't got room to actually have it, in view, I'm afraid. Okay, nearly done. Right, nearly done, and then we can cut this one out. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, made a really, really shoddy job of doing this one, but I mean, to be honest, I find that that's what embossing is like, to be fair. Sometimes it goes really well, and other times, you know, you just don't get quite such good results. I mean, I find it's a bit like baking a cake, where sometimes, you know, the cake turns out amazing, and other times, you know, it just sinks and is just rubbish. Or maybe that's just my baking, I'm not sure, but okay. Right, let me just finish my tea. I mean, to be honest, if you have this kind of thing and then you're not happy with it, you could always go around and re-emboss it. So perhaps we'll just fill in a couple of the spaces here. I mean, you know, I don't mind it being, you know, not too finished, because, you know, sometimes that's what tickets are like, isn't it? But yeah, I probably could have done with a little bit more in one or two of these places. So let's just go back in. I'm just going to try and just avoid getting it all over that centre again. So, oh, easier said than done, I know. Okay, and a bit down here. Did I do any on the bottom? Not sure. Okay, right, let me just quickly heat emboss that a second time. So hold on 2 moments. Okay, right. Bring that back. Right, let's get rid of this powder before I spill it everywhere. That will be the next thing. Okay. And we can cut this out. So again, I'm just going to cut it with my hair thinning scissors. Oops. One, two, oops, oh gosh, made a terrible job of that. Oh my gosh, continue to make a terrible job of that. Now, where's my scissors? Because since the last video, I've obviously then gone off and bought in some other things that I wanted to play with these stamps. So yeah, I've now kind of covered everything up on the desk. Right, there we go. Cut that out like that. Oops, cut that round. Okay. There we go. So, I mean, I just wanted to give you a different, you know, perspective to just kind of show you how these are going to look if you use some coloured papers with them. So, just to kind of give you an idea. That's the kind of different looks that, you know, that you can get. So let me just finish my tea. Okay, haven't quite finished it. Hold on. Right, all gone. That's going to be the types of things, you know, the types of differences that you're going to be able to get. Now I'm just going to quickly ink this one up a bit because it's a bit bright and new looking now. Okay, and just ink the back as well. So really, really nice, aren't they? And then some of the other things that I thought that we could have a play around with, so I'll just put that to one side, is I bought in kind of some other papers here. that have got images on. So this is from that lovely haberdashery, yeah, oh, what am I saying? Paper pad. Couldn't think of the word for the life of me. And I thought, I wonder if the frame will fit around some of these little furniture kind of images. So let's just kind of have a look. That then you could make little tickets with, you know, I'm not just saying furniture, but, you know, depending on obviously the paper that you've got to hand, you could do some of the little images that you've got with some of your papers. So, you know, we've all got papers, haven't we, with kind of various different images, you know. And yeah, I thought this was quite a nice kind of idea for making some different tickets. So for this one, for instance, I'm going to just do this little chair. So again, just going to ink that with the Versamark. Okay. And then I just want to take that and just lay it over that chair, roughly. Okay, like that. And then press it down, obviously, with my stamp block. Okay. And then, again, can go in with my embossing pen just to fill in some of the, you know, the inside of the frame. You know, and again, like I say, I don't necessarily, you know, it doesn't have to all be filled in, but just, you know, some more. So it's a little bit more filled in than it was originally. So just going round, you know, 1 or 2 patches here. Okay. And then take my, I'm going to do the black this time. So take my black embossing powder, get my book page to sort of empty it onto. And again, just going to dust off any that's kind of like, you know, got an overspill. Right, so here I've just noticed I've made a bit of a kind of, you know, hash of this, to be honest. So I'm going to fill in here. I've just realised what this is. This paper's got a glossy film over some of the furniture, and that's what that is. It's where that glossy film is. It doesn't want to take the embossing powder, I think. Right, let's give that a go and try embossing that. I mean, I guess that's what this is. It's like an embossed paper when it's got that shiny kind of thing going on. And so, yeah, it doesn't kind of then want to emboss, obviously, over the embossed bits. Okay, so that's my little, you know, ticket frame. So let me just again clear up that powder. Oops. Like that. Okay, just so I'm not kind of making a mess of it all over the desk. Right, and then we'll just cut this one out, see how it looks, see if we think it needs some other things. So it may or it may look okay. Let's have a look and see. Because, you know, just like I say, when we make, say, like the collage masterboards, you know, sometimes you need to cut things out properly or, you know, cut things out as they're going to be in their finished form, to get an idea of how they're actually going to look, you know, because they often can look quite different once they're actually kind of finished off in their finished format. So, you know, don't kind of despair sometimes if you, you know, don't cut things out yet and you think, oh, that looks really rubbish. Sometimes just the cutting can actually, you know, completely transform something from looking rubbish to looking, you know, pretty cool. So again, just cut that furry edge off. Okay. Right. So that's our little ticket there. And then what I thought we could do, if I just pull the tickets in again, is I thought we could take, like, say, a number from another ticket and just have that, whoops, on there somewhere. So let me just grab this ticket here. Whoops. So I'm thinking we could kind of have that there. So what I'm going to do is stamp this, and I might just stamp a couple of these because I might, you know, I might use these for some other things as well. So I'm just going to take my black StazOn. That's always my, you know, my go-to ink is the, you know, the black StazOn. I just absolutely love it. And I do realise, you know, not everybody likes the StazOn, but yeah, I really, really do love it. So, you know, it's my go-to for stamping. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of those little, you know, what do you call them? Number ends down that bottom bit. So I've just got some spares. Okay, and then let's cut this one out for instance. Again, winging it here and praying that this is going to look good. It might look rubbish, but hey, it might look nice. So I'm going to just cut this around here like that. Okay, and there. And I thought that would look quite nice here. Now what I want to do is fold it here along that, you know, perforated kind of edge and have it so it's like hooked onto that ticket like that. So I'm just going to now glue this on. So before I glue it on, actually, I'm just going to ink it up. Only because once I've glued it, obviously the glue's going to be, you know, probably a bit wet and, you know, not so easy to play with. So, oops, let me just unclog my end of my glue. Okie dokie. Okay, right. Pop that down on there like that. Right, let me just get my dry wipe to press that down like that. Oops. Okay. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? I just love how that looks. But what I thought we could do is take it that extra, you know, that extra level and, oops, get my crocodile out. Now, I would like to put an eyelet in here. Do I have any small ones? Let me just have a look in my little eyelet, my eyelet pot, and see if I've got some small ones that would be a good colour for this. Because I have got, you know, small eyelets, but yeah, it's just whether they're a good colour. I think that's purple. I can't really see it, I've got to be honest. Oh dear. Pretty sure it's purple, which, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best. Or I've got that, which is quite orange. Oh. What are these? Pinky colour. I think that's purple again. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it? Again, purple. I don't very often use the tiny eyelets, I've got to be honest, because I find them obviously super fiddly. Yeah, so I don't really have a very good selection of the small ones, you know, because, yeah, I don't generally use them for the obvious reason. Now, I'm wondering, eyelet here. Like that. Okay, and then put that in there. Right, need to just turn this round because of course it's now set on the big size at the moment. So, oops. Oh my goodness. Now my crocodile's got kind of stuck. I've never really had that happen before. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh well. Right. Oh, crocodiles. I mean, crocodiles, I find it's a bit like, you know, when they say to, you know, actors and things, don't work with children or animals. For me, it's like, don't work with a crocodile. Not a crocodile, a crocodile. That's just as hazardous for me. How gorgeous is that ticket? It's so lovely, isn't it? I mean, it looks really vintage and really nice, I have to say. So let's just quickly ink that up. Again, it is buff colour, so how much this is really going to kind of, you know, add to it is, you know, I'm not sure, but hey, let's just ink it anyway. And a bit on the back. Oh, I just love that, to be honest. Absolutely love it. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the addition of the number with the eyelet. So let's have a look and see if there's any other little chairs or pieces that, you know, kind of are just calling us. So let's just have a look. I mean, it's finding the pieces where your frame is going to fit. So we could have, you know, this not armchair, like a chaise lounge. We could have that. But weirdly enough, I feel like that's almost one of those pieces that loses its identity a bit. Oh, I'm probably being ridiculous. Let's just go for that. Okay. Okie dokie. Oops. Put that down like that. Again, just bring my block there. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to fill it in to be able to get sort of more of the black embossing powder on there. Oops, go around there. Like that. I mean, maybe the black's a bit harsh. What do you think? I'm actually wishing now that I had some brown embossing powder. I think would look quite good. You know, it would be a bit more subtle. Don't feel like I've ever had brown embossing powder, actually. In fact, I'm now thinking, have I even ever seen brown embossing powder? I probably have, but it's not ringing a bell. I can't kind of picture seeing it anywhere. Who knows? Right. Unless we do go for like blue or something. Or we could go for the red. No, I'm going to stick with the black. Let's be boring. Let's just go for the black again. Because we know that the black looked good, don't we? So, you know, if you find something that works, why would you muck about? Right. Okay. Can we see what's happened here? It's all over that sofa. So, or that chaise lounge. So, let's get that out. Okay, tap that from the back. Okay, just blow that off. This is not coming off all that brilliantly. Keep blowing it to try and get it off, but yeah, kind of staying on there. It's being quite resistant. So I'm not sure this is going to come out that brilliantly, it's got to be said. Because, yeah, I'm having a bit of a struggle getting the black black powder to actually come off of here. So we might end up with a few black, you know, black bits. But, you know, again, who cares? It's going to be fine. So let's just ink, you know, heat that up. Okay, I'm so sorry that this is not in view. Like I say, I haven't really got a plug nearby because the plugs beside my desk are already taken for my hot glue gun and my phone charger. So, you know, I just haven't got a spare plug. So, yeah, I realise it's pretty boring probably watching and just listening to the glue gun, the heat tool. Right, let's just put that away like that, okay. Right. I mean, I absolutely adore this kind of buff coloured paper, as you know. So, yeah, kind of in heaven using this. I've been hoarding my haberdashery paper packs, and I have been so lucky because I have actually been sent another one by the lovely Marianne, who has she's sent me lots of amazingly gorgeous things over the time. So, yeah, I thought, as I'm making it my mission this year to use things up and not hoard them, not that I'm necessarily being very successful at that, it's got to be said, but yeah, I'm trying to be better. Okay, and then just cut this out again. And again, just fold that over here on that top part. And then this one obviously is going to go kind of at the end of one of these tickets. So, I mean, it's a bit like a tab for a tag, isn't it? It's, you know, it's just acting, yeah, just like a tab for a tag kind of behaves. So, again, just inking that up before I glue it, so as I don't actually, you know, smear wet glue all over with the ink. Okay, like that. And we will just glue that down. Okay. Okie dokie, right, oops. So go in there, like that. Again, just press that down, where have my white's gone, it's there, like that. Probably just move that over fractionally. Okay. Like that. And then again, loved how that eyelet just kind of set that off. So let's again put another little eyelet in just here, kind of to the side. Again, just need to pull one in. I'll just go for that same sort of colour, I think, because you know, it worked fine, didn't it? So unless I see a better colour, but yeah, I think they're all coloured, my tiny eyelets. Don't think I've got any that are just, you know, the bronze or the gold or anything like that. I think they're all coloured ones, but hey, this is a nice dark colour, so it's fine. Oops, put that in there, and again, just oops, squish that in. Okie dokie. There we go. That's another one of those little tickets. So aren't they just gorgeous? I absolutely love them. Let me put them on this paper so that you can see just a little bit better. But they are so, so cute, aren't they? So yeah, that was kind of another little idea that I thought we could just do with our, what do you call them? You know, ticket ticket stamps. And then just before I go, I guess we could try one other thing. So I've got my Vintage Atlas page here, and I thought another thing that you could possibly do is kind of just stamp over a portion of the map. Now, I was hoping that we could have just kind of had like half the map and half not, if you see what I mean. Yeah, we're going to struggle to do that. Yeah, we're going to struggle to do that. So let's just put it down here. So again, just want to decide what colour to go for here. So what colour do we think would be best? Do we think red? Let's put in the red. Or blue. Oh, I don't know now. I mean, we could go for the green, but no. Do you know, I'm thinking the red. I don't know why, but the red is kind of calling me. So let's just pop that on here. Like that. Oh, right. This is going to be impossible really to fill in because I really can't see that, I've got to say. Hadn't really thought about that at all. But yeah, kind of impossible to actually see where that clear embossing powder is. Obviously, if you didn't use the clear embossing powder and you used coloured, you would be able to see obviously where your ink is. So that's a bit of a tip there. If you're doing it on something very fussy, you might want to use coloured embossing ink, you know, rather than clear. Okay. Right, nearly done. Just bear with me a couple of minutes. Nearly done, nearly done, nearly done. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm thinking the texty part of the stamp we could pull back in. So let's just empty that out. I'm trying to be really good and not be spilling this everywhere. Oops. I mean, so far so good, but yeah. Who knows how long it will last. Right, so I'm thinking the texty part, just going to tear it down here. And, you know, this might look rubbish, who knows. Stranger things have happened. It could well look rubbish, but... Oh, look at how huge that is on there. Who knew that I had to tear that in miles closer to the text. So yeah, this is much more fiddly than I'd expected because of course it's got to come much closer to the text. And I guess it doesn't really matter if we even tear into the text a bit, so better that than having it kind of like too big, isn't it? So yeah, you could kind of tear that down. I have to say, I'm not really too convinced that this looks very good actually, but let's just give it an ink and see whether it looks better then. But it could be that I'm using, you know, this bluey colour, you know, that maybe is kind of what I'm not liking about this. Just have a quick look. So I've got some other thin paper here, so let's just go in with that texty part again of the stamp. Oops, come on. There we go. Let's just ink, or stamp, sorry. Let's just stamp a couple of these. Again, just going to stamp this in my black stays on. Okay. I'll just stamp a couple because then I've got a few to play with, you know, should we want to do this on anything else, on any other projects. probably not today because, yeah, kind of beginning to get a bit of a lengthy video, but, you know, on another day we will come back and we will play some more with these stamps because I feel like we still haven't explored them fully. You know, we've got so much more that we can do with these. I mean, like we always say, you know, the problem is with crafting, there's so many things to try and so much stuff to do. It's, you know, just never enough time to actually do everything that you want to do, is there? You know, before you know it, the time's whiz by and it's like, oh, you know, I didn't get to try half the things that I had wanted to be doing today. Okay, let's just ink that. So, yeah, I mean, we could have that like that. I don't know. Don't know whether that's brilliant, to be honest. Yeah, probably not loving it hugely. Let's just cut this out. Because like I said earlier, you know, sometimes actually the magic happens when you cut it out. Because it then takes on a different appearance. So I must now pay attention to what I've said myself and see if it's made the magic difference now. It might not have made any difference, but actually now I'm doing this, I have just had something else kind of pop into my head that, ooh, if we've got time quickly, I just would like to try, because I've got another plan or another idea for using the map page, which I think would look better and work better. So yeah, we've got that. I don't know about that, to be honest. Or, you know, I mean, we could just have that with just like one word or something like that in there. Maybe that would be better. Not quite sure, to be perfectly honest. Not quite sure at all. Let me just pull in. I've got some of my little grungy labels here. Do I have, oh, let me just try this one. Let's just try this. Okay, let me cut that down. Ah, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like how that looks, to be honest. Now, what happened to those little stamped bits that I did? Right, let's just try this as well. So, it's going to take this stamp here. You know, this stamped image. Just see. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, now I'm quite liking all of these. So now I'm struggling again to decide what I like best. Okay, let's just ink this up a bit. I mean, I do like that, and now I'm wondering if we could have the, you know, like we did on the other one with that little end. I think it's quite nice. Or we could have it, I guess, like that. Oh, I don't know now. Right. Oh gosh, I mean, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? I'm now wanting to hoard this. Oh, what is going on? You know, like, what is honestly wrong with me sometimes? I have no idea. Like, you know, any normal person would kind of see that and just go, yeah, just use that. No, not us as crafters. I'm like, well, I've stamped that now. I've cut it out. It's all perfect. Why do I want to use just a portion of it? So I'm actually now going to re-stamp just the end so that I've got some of just the ends to use, rather than use that one that I'm deeming as being like a perfect, you know, perfect stamped piece. Although, having said that, if you can see how shambolic my stamping is here, you'll know why I'm thinking that. because yeah, it's not great. Right, okay, let's try again. So I'm going to cut this down. Okay, let's just cut that one down here. Right, so I'm thinking, could we have that there, and then the number? I mean, that's quite nice, to be honest, isn't it? Yeah, quite like it like that. Now, the only thing is, this is on very flimsy, obviously, matte paper. So I probably want to back that onto something so it's a bit more, you know, robust. So let me just see if I've got some sort of thicker card. Not necessarily that card that I've been using, because that might be actually too thick. That seems to be all I've got, to be honest. So, oh well, let's just put it on here, shall we? Right, let's quickly pop it down onto here. Oh, come on. And I just want to do this before I put the pieces on, because it's just easier to glue it down before it gets anything bumpy. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing it in this order. Okay. Pop that down like that. Okay, like that. Okie dokie, and then we can cut this out. You know, it's just now got a more robust kind of background, hasn't it? You know, whereas otherwise it was just on that flimsy matte paper, and of course then it's, you know, it's just a bit vulnerable. Cut that down. And this end. Oops. Oh, these are not very good when the glue is wet, I have to say. Yep. Right. Okay, so yeah, we've got that, and then just going to glue this ticket on down here. Like that. So again, let's just spread that glue. Oops. Okay, oops. Like that. And then this piece we're going to glue just at the end. Oops. Didn't get any glue on the bit that's folding over, so let me just, okay, and yep, that's going to go on there like that. Press that down. Oh dear. Right, let's just ink around. And then shall we put a little eyelet in this one as well? So yeah, just because I think that just look really very cute. So a little hole in here, and right, what colour eyelet should we have this time? I might be able to use a different colour. I've got these blue ones, maybe the blue. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Right, let's pop that one in there. Okay. Oops. Yay! Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Just looks lovely, doesn't it? So yeah, let's have a look at the couple that we've done today. So we've done the blue to show you just kind of the blue one, and then we've done these couple, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I mean, I hope it's given you some ideas. You know, like I said in the last video where we've played with these stamps, you know, I mean, we've not even touched the surface of that stamp set yet. We've got tons and tons of other kind of stamps and things in there. But already we've kind of made all these yummy, lovely things. You know, so you've really got kind of unlimited kind of things that you can do with these. And, you know, could play around for like hours and hours kind of coming up with all sorts of different things. So I hope this has given you some inspiration and some ideas. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Have fun if you're going to play around and make some stamps and things like that. And I will see you again soon. Thanks, then. Bye.